Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Coffee with Katie. Merry Christmas. So if you can't tell, we got a little bit of a different setup today. This is our Christmas tree, and these are some Christmas pajamas that my mom got me, which was super sweet. The makeup is Christmassy. We're channeling it today, even though it is after Christmas technically. So today's video is going to be the obligatory what I got for Christmas book haul type thing. But my video is more what I got for Christmas. There's books, but there's also some other stuff. So I thought I would just kind of go over that with you. Now this isn't every single thing that I got for Christmas. This is just like a couple of miscellaneous items and then mostly the books that I received. I thought this would be a fun little video, and I never really film anywhere besides in front of my bookshelf, so I thought this would be really fun and to just be really festive. So let's just do that. I'll get some of the other things that aren't books out of the way first. I'm not sure if anybody cares, but I go to the gym and I do a lot of lifting. I do like some cardio, but I mainly do lifting. And if you don't know, the shoes that you wear when you're lifting are very important because you don't want to like deadlift and wear running shoes, for instance, because it has a lot of arch support. You don't want arch support when you're deadlifting because of the weight, so it can hurt the arch of your foot. So there's like a lot of different things with lifting where you want more flat shoes. And I had my eyes on these shoes for a while. They are pretty expensive, but they're supposed to last a really long time. And my Nikes and stuff like that I do wear to the gym have been just like wearing out on me because they're really old. And my parents were kind enough to get me Nobles for Christmas. I have been wanting these for a very long time. And I finally got a pair, and they got a pretty cool pair too. It's just like ink dye or something. So they look like this. Very exciting stuff. I've heard people really like these and that they last forever, so I'm very glad that I have a pair. And this next thing that I have, my mom got me, and it is amazing. It's one of my favorite gifts. It is so cool. I will show you. So to explain what it is at first, it's a map of Kentucky, but it's on a blanket. So I can show you like this part right now. Commonwealth of Kentucky, right? But as you can see, it's in like a Tolkien style. So it looks like a map from Lord of the Rings in the font and just how everything's planned out and drawn. But it's a map of Kentucky. I think that is so cool. I can't really show you the whole thing because it's kind of big, but it is the best. It's like my favorite thing, and it is so warm and cozy. I love it. Those are a couple of non-bookish things. My sister and sister-in-law also got me some like Star Wars kitchen stuff, some random kitchen stuff, some random theme stuff. I got a Star Wars t-shirt for my sister-in-law. I got a Star Wars trivia game from her. Like, there's just so many things. But I just kind of wanted to give you a couple of things that weren't books, but that are kind of book related. At least the blanket is, the shoes are not. Before we get into the books. So now let's just do that. We're also going to go over the books that I got on the Barnes & Noble sale where they do 50% off all hardcovers in store, which is an insane sale and so exciting, but it's only 2 days, so it's a madhouse. But I will also go over those. So the first one I'm going to talk about is actually a book that I say I bought myself for Christmas because I had just heard about it in like November, December, and I was really curious about it, and I found it on Pango Books. So I wanted to get it. It is Christmas themed, which is why I was kind of excited about it. So I went ahead and bought myself a little Christmas present. And that is A Soul as Cold as Frost by Jennifer Kropf. I've never heard of this author. I found her on Instagram, I believe, which is how I heard about this book. It's obviously an indie author, and the tagline at the top says, "The weather outside is frightful." And from what I know about this, it is like a dark Christmassy retelling. It says on the back, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good fright." And the main character's eyes are basically opened to an invisible world that is essentially coming into her world called winter. That's the realm that's like encroaching on her world. And she's compelled to like go and run into their snowy world to avoid being forced into this battle, which is a death sentence to anybody that steps into the arena because there's like a deranged Snow Queen. And that's kind of all I know about it, but it does say that this is book 1 of the Winter Soul series, a fantastical Christmas themed collection. So I just thought that was pretty interesting, and I am curious to read this at some point, probably next December. Another Christmas gift that I would say I bought myself is the illustrated edition of The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is kind of, so it's illustrated. This is the first time that's been illustrated, like my illustrated Lord of the Rings from last year. But this is kind of like anthology is not a great word, but it's kind of like backstories or more explanations on a lot of the lore and creatures of the Lord of the Rings series. And it doesn't necessarily give you like clear-cut answers to every single thing, but it gives you like I said, the lore, the mythos, all of that stuff behind it, which is really cool, and I would love to listen to this someday, but I feel like it's going to be like reading a dictionary, so it's not going to be that thrilling necessarily. But I am curious about more of the details of this world, and was excited to get a matching edition of the illustrated ones to match my Lord of the Rings trilogy. I don't know if you can see, it's got like super lime green edges, and then it has another ancient language stenciled on there, which is really cool, and it's really pretty. Next, we'll get into the books that my husband bought me for Christmas. Very kindly of him. The first ones he got me were Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. This is set in the same world as the Remnant Chronicles, but they're but following different characters. I've heard really, really good things about this series, and I wanted to get it, but I was kind of pushing it off because I haven't read the rest of the Remnant Chronicles yet. So he went ahead and got these for me because he knows I've been wanting to read them and wanted them. I just haven't been buying them for myself. So it was very sweet that he got me these, and I will look forward to reading these in the future when I finish the Remnant Chronicles. The next one he got me was the Goldsboro edition of the Embroidered Book by Kate Hartfield. This is a historical fiction or historical fantasy. I can't remember which, but one of the reasons I was very intrigued by this... Legend, you're being so needy. One of the reasons was because it was a little bit intriguing to me, but look at those edges. They're so beautiful. Like, the top and bottom are normal, but these are so pretty. I love that. And it's signed and numbered like all Goldsboro books, which is cool. It's got some nice little like foiling on the hardcover, which is cool. And on the front it says 1768, 2 queens with a powerful secret will enchant the age. And on the back it says 2 sisters are sent to marry strangers far from home. Soon they will become the most influential women of the age, but their journey to power did not begin with marriage, it began with a book. And one of these sisters is Marie Antoinette, and it's kind of following them as they have this book of spells, and the spells work, but sometimes may have dire consequences. It sounds kind of magical, kind of interesting, and it's just a really pretty book. John also got me the Illumicrate edition of A Lady's Guide to Fortune Hunting by Sophie Irwin. This is one of those Regency romances. I'm not sure if it's completely the same as like A League of Extraordinary Women, etc., but it did sound kind of cute, and the gold foiling on this edition is stunning. It's a naked hardcover with a ton of foiling and a pretty floral pattern on, and when you open it, there's a hole, but it's all these golden fans. Oh, it's really pretty. Of course, it's signed. On the back, it says, "The season is about to begin and there's not a minute to lose." Oh, it's kind of how it seems. It basically sounds like the main character in this is trying to find a husband. I don't remember why, but trying to find a husband, fortune hunting, just kind of a Regency, that time romance. It kind of sounds like a little bit of Bridgerton-esque, but I don't know. I've been enjoying these, so hopefully I like this one as well, and this edition is stunning. I also saw in the back here that it says, if you enjoyed this one, look out for the new Ladies Guide novel, making a grand entrance in spring 2023. So maybe this came just in time. Another gift that he gave me, which was really sweet, because we just started listening to these books. I won't say together. We started listening to these books, reading these books, and I've like been in and out because I read this series first, and now he's reading it, and so we get to talk about it, which is so fun. I love it when we can do that. And so he got me the collector's edition of this first book, which I think is really sweet because it's really beautiful, and we've been listening to them kind of together and talking about it, so I think it's really cute. And that is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I do really like this series. Like, this one's not my favorite book or anything, but I do think the collector's edition is beautiful with the foiling and the archer and the wolf on the back. Like, it's just really pretty, and I appreciate it. I appreciate how pretty it is. Even if this isn't like my favorite author or anything, I just really like it. And there's a lot of really cool like chapter art, and I just thought it was really sweet that he got it. So we got that. If you don't know what this is, like, I don't know what to tell you because everybody talks about it. Even if they hate it, they talk about it, I feel like. And he got me 2 more things, and they are book sets. I was very excited about both of them. One of them was a little bit spoiled for me, and so he kind of gave it to me early, but I kind of like shoved it in a corner and forgot about it until Christmas type of a thing. and that is the Bookish Box editions of the Four Horsemen series. These editions are so pretty that I was in love with them, even though I've only read the first one. At the time, I don't think I had read any of them, but I love these editions. They're so beautiful. So the first one is Pestilence. Did I say Laura Thalassa? They're by Laura Thalassa. Pestilence, which has this stunning gold foiling on everything. It's like holographic and beautiful. It's got quotes on the back. The edges, can you hear my husband scraping? Edges are black and have these crowns on it. The ombre effect with the black and the yellow. Ooh, it's just so pretty. The inside of the dust jacket is a whole other dust jacket with the people art, which obviously I don't like because I don't like the people art, but very pretty. And then the naked hardcovers have the beautiful, like, holographic foiling. Oh my goodness, they're just so pretty. I just love them. And then we have book 2, War, which is red and stunning. I love the swords and everything. Oh, it's just so cool. And there's swords on the stenciled edges. And then the black and red ombre. I love it. I do like the inside of this dust jacket besides the people art because I love the red foiling and all the swords. And the same thing for this. There's the red foiling on the hardcover. Just so beautiful. So then we have book 3, Famine. I like the green and purple color scheme. It's very pretty. Sprayed edges are scales, I guess. The green and black ombre. And then the inside of the dust jacket is once again beautiful with the green foiling, the side, and the scales, and just everything is very pretty. The hardcover with the green holographic foiling, beautiful, right? I'm gonna say that like 8 times. It's so pretty, but sorry, not sorry, I guess. And of course, the last book in this series is Death, which is arguably the prettiest with the deep blue, the skulls, the flowers. Beautiful. The sprayed edges are blue skulls, very pretty, and then I thought it was ombre. They're just black on black, but I guess that's because it's Death. Oh, the blue foiling is, blue's my favorite color. That's probably why I love this so much. But the blue foiling is just so rich and beautiful. I love it. And then the blue holographic kind of foiling on the hardcover and spine. So that was the whole Bookish Box Four Horsemen series. They're so pretty. I hope I like the rest of the series because they're so pretty. But it was very sweet of him to find those secondhand for me. And then last but not least, the other set of books he got me, I have been wanting for a very long time. And, you know, you had to wait until they all came out, and they're very expensive, and the hardcovers are cooler than the paperbacks, and I was trying to figure out how to do this, and I was like, maybe one day I'll get it, I don't know. And he got it for me for Christmas, and it was so sweet, and I was very surprised, and I was very excited. And that is the House hardcover editions of the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. I know this is kind of a hot topic right now, but I am so excited that I got these. These are the Gryffindor House editions. It comes in this beautiful box with the Gryffindor House logo. The front is like magnetized and it flips out, and there is a poster of Godric Gryffindor. So it has the different founders of the houses on it with all the houses in it. So there's the badger, the lion, the snake, and the raven. It's just so cool. And then of course all of the books. So all the spines rotate between black and red. I love it. I think it's so beautiful. I love the color choices and all of the, I don't want to take them all out because it's just such a beautiful set that I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so for instance, this is the Chamber of Secrets, so they all have a different thing on the cover. It's red and beautiful, but the edges are also house themed, so it's like a Gryffindor scarf. I love it. It's just so cute and adorable, and on the back it says courage, bravery, determination. I just really like it. I think it's really precious, and I don't have nice editions of these at all. I never have, and so I just thought this was such a cute and cool gift and something I've really been wanting, so I was very thankful and very happy. Here's the black one just so you can see. This is the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah. I think these editions are amazing. I'm so glad somebody decided to make them because they're amazing. I love it. It's so cool. Very amazing, sweet gift. Those are all my Christmas gifts, and now I'll go over the handful that I got for the Barnes & Noble sale. It was pretty good. I got a couple of like more pricey ones because I want them, and if they're 50% off, I'm gonna buy them on the half off sale, you know what I mean? But this one I got that I had been looking to pick up and I just didn't because I have this duology that I haven't read, but I want to continue in the universe anyway, and I'm very curious about this book, even though I haven't read the duology, and I plan on reading the duology soon, and that is Saint by Adrienne Young. This cover is really pretty. It's the same as like the Fable duology where it has the two halves of the face. I don't know if they're doing another story from his perspective, but it is one half of the face, and I believe this is following her father, I think. But either way, it's just a really pretty cover and really cool. So I went ahead and grabbed this because I do want to read it eventually. And it does have a secret foiling like the other two, and it says, "A world poised on the tip of a knife." So I picked this up while I had a chance. This next one is a semi-new release. I think it came out in December, November. It might have come out earlier, but I remember thinking it was late 2022 that this was coming out, or early 2023. But I was kind of curious about it, and I didn't know if we were getting it in a book box, so I went ahead and got it, and that is The Vermilion Emporium by Jamie Paxton. And I don't know a lot about this, but it sounds kind of like a fantasy, magic-y type situation. Essentially, these two characters, one, a lonely boy with a knack for danger, and two, the daughter of a circus performer, both wander into this curiosity shop. They both go into this emporium, and they learn how to weave starlight into lace, and this becomes a huge deal, and so people are commissioning them, and somebody commissions them to make a dress out of this. But the problem is that they are low on materials and they don't know how to make more. The secret's been lost for centuries. So they start exploring more of this curiosity shop to try to find answers, and they start finding out more information and uncovering more secrets that were maybe meant to be left buried. So it sounds kind of magical and fun, maybe a little bit tame, but who knows? But it just kind of sounded like something I might enjoy, so I went ahead and grabbed this. Another one that I'll throw up on the screen because I went in specifically to buy this, but they didn't have it. And when we asked for it, they said they didn't have it, but they would order it for me at the same price of the 50% discount. And so I was like, of course, fantastic. And that is Morrigan by Mary E. Pearson. This is an illustrated like prequel story or history of the Remnant Chronicles universe. And so it sounded really interesting. It was also really, really pretty from what I could tell. It's illustrated, so that's amazing. So I really wanted to get that. It's kind of expensive for a YA book, so I was excited to grab that for the 50% off sale. These next two are just amazing because I never realized that these were collectors and that they are discontinued and all of the stuff. So as soon as I realized that these existed, I wanted to get them, and I waited for the sale because I didn't get them for Christmas. And so I waited for the sale, went in, tried to find these, found them, got them half off, and it was fantastic. And that is the Barnes & Noble collectibles editions of Legends Star Wars Tales of Kenobi. It's a Barnes & Noble exclusive. It doesn't have the author or anything, but I'm sure that's inside. But it's so cool. Like the exclusive edition sticker even looks worn. The spines on these are so pretty. The backs, the approaching storm, Kenobi. Oh, these pages are gilded silver, and I haven't even opened these yet because they're just so cool. And it says features the novels The Approaching Storm and Kenobi, which is awesome because that is 2 books. So I was just very happy. I really love these collector's editions of these Star Wars books. They're like $45 a piece, so the only time I'm gonna buy them is 50% off. But very exciting, very happy to have this. And the same vein is another Barnes & Noble collectible edition of a Star Wars book. And this one is Legends Star Wars The Bounty Hunter Wars. So it's got Boba Fett on there, exclusive edition, and it features the novels The Mandalorian Armor, Slave Ship, and Hard Merchandise. So that sounds really fun. Again, some silver gilded edges. The spine has Boba Fett on it and looks amazing. Bounty Hunter Wars sound great. The back has the Slave one, which is Boba Fett's ship. It's just so cool. I love these so much. And I'm very mad at myself that I didn't discover these earlier or didn't pay attention, because there's a lot of them that came out that you can't get anymore. And that's upsetting. Like, I want the Han Solo trilogy one. I want all the different Star Wars trilogy ones that are the same, probably exact book, but they have different covers. I love Star Wars, I love books, so this is absolutely something I want and love. But these editions are beautiful and I'm very happy to have them. Well, that is the books that I was gifted for Christmas and my Barnes & Noble haul, and some special gifts that I got for Christmas. I would love to hear your favorite Christmas gift of the year, or if you celebrate, and if you don't, what your favorite activity was this holiday season. So please comment down below and let me know. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know a lot of people do this, but it is very fun to get very Christmassy and get in front of your tree and do a little bit of different filming. So hopefully you enjoyed it, but as for now, that is it for today's video. Sorry about the lighting, by the way, because it's nighttime here when I got home from work and could film. We gotta do what we gotta do, but we got this tree. It's helpful. Please like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you next time. Stay safe and caffeinated. Bye.